effective and duty conscious in the field. Those were our top stories. Stay tuned. We'll be right back. Developments will follow. Welcome back, dear viewers, who begin our news this evening with some images as you'll be watching on your screen right there. It was this day. That was yesterday evening, where not today, respect for institutions and those who embody them is a responsibility of all citizens. The senior divisional officer of Fundi, Emmanuel Marian Dingden, made this clear to men and women of the media. The administrative authority brought together heads of televisions, radio and press channels this afternoon to remind them of their role as educators in the society. The administrative authority recommends that they take more responsibility by insisting on the respect for institutions and those who embody them, especially on the part of their guests who speak during debates or other programs. Furthermore, as a preventive measure, he signs an order banning the stay in the Fundi division any person who calls for an uprising and disturbance of public order. This time around, we'll be talking about the newly elected president of La Francophonie Parliamentary Assembly, who arrived to Yaoundé via the Simalène International Airport. That was yesterday at exactly 11 p.m. And we're talking about Honorable Hilarion Eton, who is the Senior Deputy Speaker of the National Assembly and the President of the Cameroon chapter of the Francophonie Parliamentary Association, who was welcomed back home by some members of parliament in the capacity of his new office that he obtained at the 49th ordinary session of the Francophonie Parliamentary Association that held from the 6th to the 9th of July 2024 in Montreal, Canada. The senior administrative staff of the National Assembly did not go unnoticed at the Yaoundé Simalène International Airport, and he was led by the first Deputy Secretary General of the National Assembly, Mr. Abdoulaye Daouda, amongst many other important personalities. The jubilant crowd and the presence of traditional authorities could not be sidelined as they express their joy towards the distinguished lawmakers whose success has once again raised high the flag of the nation in the parliamentary international spotlight. And today he was also received by the House Speaker of the National Assembly, Honorable Kavaye Yeke Jibril, during which he was saluted after obtaining or grabbing votes that permitted him to be the president of the National of La Francophonie Parliamentary Assembly. It was this day. Dear viewers, we'll be coming back, we're sorry for this mix, I'll be coming back to the excerpt of the Senior Divisional Officer of Fundi, Emmanuel Marian Dingden, when after he was speaking, after he spoke to some pressmen and women on the need to be promoters of peace and quitting away from hate speech during his meeting this day in Yaoundé. We're listening to him as he throws more light on the exact aim of the meeting this day. Let's listen to him, thanks to the collaboration of Darby Clarkson.
The reason of this meeting was only to call on everybody to know that you have a big responsibility, because when people are following the radio, the TV, or read the newspaper, and they see that something are said inside, they can be really disturbed. So we call on all of journalists to be sensitized. We want them, and we don't want that in their TV, in their emission. They have to accept that people should say everything. And it is not possible, it is not acceptable that we leave people to insult our institution. This is our country. We cannot live and accept that in our division, those people should continue to live. So it is not, I will say that until now, we are not saying that somebody will be moved from here. No, but we say the one who will call through the TV or the radio that we should call people to burn our country, that man will not live here. This is the reason I call all the journalists to, and I am very happy because they answer very quickly, and they came, they were present, and we hope that in our space everybody will do his job well, so that we cannot forbid you to do your job. No, this is not our ambition.
From the Central region, we move over to Buea, chief town of the Southwest region, where some 102 youths have been encouraged to be ambassadors of peace and patriotism in the country wherever they find themselves. This message was dished out to them by the Buea Mayor, David Mafani, during the launching of holiday activities of the Buea Council. Rose Ovambe throws more light in this report.
102 is the number of young girls and boys selected by the Buea municipality to take part in activities for common good. This initiative is part of the holiday activities traditionally launched by the mayor of Buea, David Mafani Namange, each year. And the particularity of this edition is the need to instill primordial values in these young compatriots.
So the peculiarity is that we are trying to inculcate to them values of morality and those that we need for a prosperous Cameroon. And as you heard, we have made them the ambassadors of the council to go and preach peace and development, to be our own people who tell their brothers and sisters, friends, because you see, as their peers, they will understand them better that without peace, there's nothing we can do. No development can be attained without peace.
Equipped with machetes, hoes, and other tools to clear certain streets in the town, the activity is time-saving and the perfect opportunity to raise awareness amongst them about some social ills and awaken in them the sense of patriotism.
Something that, the councillors approved as part of a contribution and respect of the directives of the government of Cameroon, that says we should endeavor within the means available to accompany families through children, so that during this holiday they are busy because an idle mind has been set to be able to workshop and to inculcate in them patriotism. That's why you saw we started with the national anthem and advising them, having a talk on being self-discipline and to shine against consumption of drugs and other habits which will be detrimental not just to them but to the society and the country at large.
For some of these youths, this opportunity is a godsend to make money, hence support their parents.
I was approved. This holiday job will actually help me because support for my fees, like to pay my fees at school, will really help me, and I'll put in my best that I'll make Buea proud.
Despite the insecurity crisis currently reigning in this part of the country, this kind of action should not be neglected, for the promotion of peace and social cohesion, which is advocated, could bear fruit.
Just like the saying goes, a clean environment is a healthy one. We continue with holiday activities. Some youths belonging to the Little Angels of the Environment Cameroon have showcased a know-how by explaining the advantages and the use of solar pods as part of their summer holidays activities. It is important to note that these solar pods are not only economical but contribute to the preservation of the environment. They were also blessed with educational talks from one of their peers who presented to them various opportunities they can grab in and out of the country unless the study hard. Let's have details with the collaboration of Fabrice Avama. Another useful summer holiday for these dynamic little angels of the environment and honorable junior members of parliament who showcase know-how on the use of innovative solar pods that are not only economical but reduce environmental damages. These solar pods, also known as thermal collectors, are based on some principles.
That is the technical feasibility and the economic feasibility. The technical feasibility deals now with people using electric gas cookers. When there's no light, like power failure for a month, there's no way to cook. But with solar cookers, you need just direct sunlight. And then the economic feasibility deals with finances. That is, you don't have to bother about buying gas cookers, gas plates, gas bottles while using these solar cookers. It is important because it's the cleanest method of cooking. There is no air pollution, no greenhouse gas emission, no inhalation of smoke, and it's very clean. You can easily use it. It's preferable than using charcoal or gas.
Little Angels of the Environment Cameroon, created in 2006 with objectives, help youth acquire knowledge and skills, especially during holiday periods.
We are gathered today because we are in summer. And during summer holidays, we have different activities we carry out with these children. We go beach cleaning at times to Limbe, to Kribi, to different seaside areas in Cameroon, the coastal regions. We plant ornamental plants. We sensitize the public. We educate them. We train them. We train the young girls and boys on how to take care of themselves, take care of the environment, where they find themselves in. And we do a lot of sensitization. Bringing them here to St. Mark today to have this day is just one of the things we do during summer. There are so many other things we do. We do water projects in schools. We install water pumps in schools and things with our partners.
Brain behind this gathering, a former member of the Little Angels of the Environment Cameroon on vacation from the US in Cameroon. Moment to impact knowledge and present opportunities to peers.
I am here to talk to my peers and to educate them about different opportunities that are here available in Cameroon and also opportunities that are available for them abroad. And one of the main things I covered today during my presentation was talking about the importance of volunteering and giving back to their community. So here at LANEC, we talk about the environment and we talk about sustainability practices. But this work that we are doing here doesn't need to end only in Cameroon. We can represent Cameroon internationally. We can use the experience we have here to advocate for ourselves and to build skills like problem solving, taking initiatives, being a good communicator, and using these skills to apply maybe for scholarships to study abroad. And then when we study there, then we come back to our countries and give back and host events like this and talk about the things we have learned and educate our younger ones and help them to be able to attain these opportunities and to even achieve bigger heights than the ones that we have been able to achieve.
As part of activities linked to the CWA 60th Diamond Jubilee celebrations, mothers hold talks on how these youths can create strong bonds with parents.
Our children today are brought up by the streets. And this is one thing we are trying to fight against, because we realize that children no more stay attached to their families. They don't know what respect for parenting it's all about. So we think that we use an opportunity like this where we have a few children gathered around, hoping that they will carry the message to their peers to explain to them the importance of keeping the bond, keeping the flame burning between parents and children, for them to know that parents are like their second gods on earth, that they can share and trust their parents, because no parents will give a child a snake when the child asks for fish. even though parents may make mistakes, but the idea behind every parent's action is wanting something better for their children.
All converged at the premises of the St. Mark Catholic Church in Biemasi neighborhoods in Yaoundé, July 13th, 2024. These patriotic youths with innovative skills on solar poles used under sunlight, though not very common in Cameroon but used in some other countries in the world. Their contribution and engagements in protecting the environment with gardens cannot be underestimated. Madame Priscilla Song, communication pillar in the Ministry of the Environment, founder and board chair of the renowned non-governmental organization Little Angels of the Environment Cameroon, is celebrated Woman of the Week for her active involvement in the preservation and conservation of the environment. We continue with holiday activities to talk about those ones that are in the classrooms who are struggling to catch up with lessons lows or to get more abreast with lessons that we will be getting to in the upcoming 2024-2025 academic year. A newsroom visited some of these schools and tried to catch up from these students their experiences, as Sharon Netayo throws more light in this report.
Squeak sounds still heard during these holidays as some students decide to make use of their summer break by attending holiday classes. The turnout is remarkable.
Holiday classes, it started so well. That is last week, the 8th, and the turnout has been actually encouraging. Yeah, it has been good because actually given that during holidays, students usually go on holidays to different places to visit. Yeah, but this time around, actually, the turnout has been impressive, and the participants.
You started last week, Monday, and the students are very good in their numbers. They came in numbers, and they are very attentive and working very hard.
These students chose to forgo some holidays activities and pleasures for holiday school for various reasons.
Holiday classes because I wanted to grow up with my average in school.
For holiday classes because I wanted to ameliorate my average, and I wanted also to acquire more senses in the class I'm going to Form 5.
Despite challenges that go along with holiday classes, teachers are impressed.
The only difficulty is, as some of the students just believe it's holiday classes, some like trying to be a little bit relaxed, but that's what now we are using more effort, more discipline, to make sure that for them to know that it's holiday classes is still like a school where they need to study very well to move further. And most of
remember, although it's difficult, yeah, but I see a positive change in the different holiday classes that have been taking place this academic year. What does this tell us? It tells us that students are beginning to gain consciousness as to what education is all about. So I want to really say this issue of holiday classes is a good initiative because it brings students back to what is expected of them as far as school is concerned.
An enriching way to occupy students during this summer holiday, and it will contribute in facilitating the quick understanding of lessons during school as their brains remains fresh and active.
Let's move over to the north region of the country, where the Minister of Sports and Physical Education, Professor Narcisse Moelle-Kombi, has presided this day at the Synergies of Garwa Gymnasium, the ceremony of handing over of diplomas and certificates to graduates of the Synergies of Bamenda, Betwa, Chang and Garwa for the 2023-2024 academic year in the presence of administrative authorities and numerous personalities invited for this special occasion. This ceremony marks the end of the training for the laureates who are ready to serve the Republic. The Ministers of Sports and Physical Education gave strong recommendations to these winners to be effective in the field and to be duty conscious. We move out of the country where a provisional result of the ongoing presidential election in Rwanda shows that the outgoing president Paul Kagame is leading with 99.15%. This follows a result made published by the Electoral Commission of Rwanda. It is important to note that final results are expected by July 27, 2024. Rose Ovambe throws more light on another story.
Unsurprisingly, outgoing President Paul Kagame is already credited with 99.15% of the votes, according to provisional figures from the electoral authorities. The day after the double vote held yesterday, which are better than the 98% of the previous presidential election. However, this figure relates to 79% of the ballots counted, and the final results are expected by July 27, 2024. While the bodies of 9 dismembered women were found yesterday in a quarry in the capital Nairobi, Kenyan police said they had arrested the main suspect. Jumaisi Kalusha, 33 years old, confessed to have killed 42 women, including his wife, since 2022. The police provided no evidence to support their claim. He is expected to be arraigned today. Gambian members of parliament yesterday rejected a bill that would have overturned the ban on female genital mutilation. The attempt to become the first country in the world to reverse such a ban was closely followed by activists abroad. The vote came after months of heated debates in this largely Muslim nation of fewer than 3 million people. Lawmakers effectively killed the bill by rejecting all of its clauses and preventing a final vote. UNICEF said earlier this year that some 30 million women worldwide had undergone female genital mutilation in the past 8 years, most in Africa but also in Asia and the Middle East.
Dear faithful viewers, we've come to the end of our 6 p.m. news this day. Have a blessed evening.
Vous n'êtes plus jamais seul. KM10 Télévision pense à votre entreprise, quelle que soit sa taille. Saisissez l'opportunité de multiplier votre gain, surtout de pérenniser votre business. Entreprise privée, publique ou parapublique, venez toucher votre cible sur toute l'étendue du territoire camerounais et de la diaspora avec des formats de communication taillés à votre